You know, I drank in high school a lot. That was my thing. I mean, it wasn't even my thing. I hated doing it. I was always like, why do we have to drink, man? Like, one day...
Shut up, pussy!
Yeah, I'm like, all right, you're right. Fucking only pussies don't drink. Give me that snifter. They're like, snifter?
Give me that, what'd you say, boy?
Anyone got a wine spritzer? I want to get fucked up.
Fucking coming with your fucking wine coolers.
Wine. I did. I mean, we've had.
It was raspberry or lemon lime.
I did that within the last year.
I know, man.
Totally. I'm like, give me some Bartles and James. And they're like, all right, take it easy. Don't get too wild. But that's the only booze that tastes good to me. In high school, though, I remember we went from like, going to the movies on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Or sitting around, like having sleepovers. I had a lot of sleepovers when I was in high school still. Early days of high school, before the booze kicked in.
Like sex or like...
Yeah, total sex with dudes. No, dude. Just like, you know, like you sleep over your buddy's house. Like I would sleep over Ernie O'Donnell's house a lot. And we would, like, me, Ernie, and Sam Holland would order pizzas. Those were glorious days when you could, like, call someone and there was no such thing as caller ID and no star 69. So you could make crank calls and shit like that. And we would send pizzas to people's houses all the time. Like, that was a fun Friday night to me. Let's send some fucking pizzas to this dude's house down the street. Johnny Ram lived down the street. I think I talked about him before.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like, one day, somebody was like, we're going to Snake Lake, man, get a keg. And I was like, keg of what? And they were like, beer, fool. I'm like, oh, all right. And then the drinking started, and I hated it. It was just never my thing.
Yeah.
I'd have much rather gone to the movies and shit. But it seems to be like this insane rite of passage in high school where it's like, you got to drink.
I think that you get to an age where it's like you immediately want to do things you're not supposed to. And drinking's sort of one of them.
For me, it was like, hey, anal. We're not supposed to do anal. Let's get some anal, right? And feel like,
let's get a keg of anal.
Yeah. Do they sell that at Bay Spirits? No, they didn't sell it at Bay Spirits. But it's just never my thing. Like, not my poison.
I mean, I think it was like
tough to convince people. Hey, man, let's go to the diner instead and let's eat.
Yeah, fuck all this booze that leads to sex.
Who wants pork roll? Pork roll doesn't lower your inhibitions, but damn, it's tasty. I mean, I guess that's part of it. I guess they're like, hey, if chicks get drunk, we can have sex.
We would go to parties and get drunk, and people hook up and shit like that. And I mean, it was just, I don't know. It was every weekend when I was in high school. Same kind of thing, probably.
Same thing. That's why I like when I started hanging out with Brian and Walter. They were kind of past that.
Yeah.
And they didn't care to. They like to do the shit that I like to do, like go to the movies and fucking sit around and make fun of each other. Not too much crank calling. I loved crank calling. I loved sending pizzas to people's houses. So stupid and lame, but that was so fun to me to just watch them show up and watch people.
I never did that.
Did it a lot, and we would do it like in multiples. Like I remember we sent Johnny Ram pizzas 3 times in one day from Francesco's, and like you would think Francesco's would catch on and be like, "No, man, we just tried to deliver," and they said no. But maybe we hit different people on the phone each time or something like that. Just watch the rage.
Would anyone ever just be like,
grow up?
Or like just take it? Because like I could think of a circumstance where it's like you send me a pizza.
I can tell you the circumstance. If somebody delivered pizza to my house and they're like, hey man, did you order fucking 5 plain? I'd be like, no, but thanks. Here's your money. I'll take it. I love pizza. I guess though in this day and age it would be a little weird because you're like, did someone put poison on the pizza?
Yeah, terrorist pizza.
Terrorist pizza.
The whole like pizza thing never happened in Canada. I was in Canada in high school, so
not even Canadian pizza.
That was a shameful thing to do.
People felt very guilty about it.
Yeah,
don't do that. It's not Canadian. Eh?
Well, you sent a pizza to him, eh? You didn't order it.
Is that the dude who's like fucking afterwards, like enraged at his own fucking that he partook?
Yeah. No, that's just somebody like
his buddies are just like.
That was the point.
It was fucking good, eh? It was fun. It was good times.
It's just good times. It's just good, clean fun.
No, it wasn't. He didn't want those pizzas, eh? He didn't want them.
Those are gonna go to waste. There's people in parts of the country that fucking really need that pizza.
You're ruining it for everybody. I don't care. It ends now. You're acting like you're in the fucking States, eh? It ain't right. You people have no fucking heart. That ain't hockey.
This is fucking Canada.
He's got a point, eh? It is Canada.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what we were thinking. Y'all went Hollywood. Like, what? Yeah, that's a Hollywood thing to do.
Down in Hollywood, all the pizza goes to the wrong houses.
That shit don't roll in Alberta.
You can't do that shit in Richmond, Burnaby. That's all it takes is some fucking Canadian names. Gets you.
That may be a South Kitsilano type of behavior, but it don't roll
There's
here.
a few in South Kitsilano, but they're, they've been handled. They've been taken care of.
It's just not patriotic.
It's going to be fucking anarchy up here.
This is how it starts. This is how the Holocaust started, eh? Hitler and his buddies in a beer hall sending pizzas to some Jews. They thought it was funny, and then what? Ovens. And not pizza ovens. I gotta take a stand.
I'm going to take this to the parliament.
I like the angry Canadian. I like the Canadian with the righteous indignation.
Who just, yeah. They're
I
there.
like your Canadian with the righteous indignation. That's my favorite Canadian.
They're out there.
Let's do. All right, you're that guy.
Okay.
You're Gordo,
I'm Gordo.
the righteously indignant Canadian,
Okay.
and I'm me
Okay.
visiting,
Okay.
and he's some dude. I was hanging out with some other dude, and he was there too,
Okay.
and I'm trying to get into some shenanigans.
So there's 3 people.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about the other.
Okay, the other guy's
Basically,
quiet.
it's us.
Okay.
Well, the dude that I was hanging out with, he went home early.
Okay.
Awkwardly left me with this
Gordo.
dude. Yes, with Gordo. And for some reason, in this alternate reality, I'm not like, well, bye, I'm going back to the hotel. I'm hanging out with Gordo.
Okay.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
you want want to go to the Peelers?
The Peelers?
It starts already. This guy's got a hair trigger. Yeah, the Peelers, man. You want to go to the We're in Toronto. Want to go to the Brass Rail? See some Peelers?
The Peelers, the brass rail, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, over.
Many of those young girls are underage.
No.
They've had problems growing up. You're
Well,
going to exploit their problems and go in there and for money and for touching nipples and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't touch their nipples, but it just, you don't
To
like.
ogle their nipples and their private parts and things like that to make yourself all big and horny and, wanting to go to the bathroom, and then you put things in the stalls.
You sound like you've had a lot of experience.
I've heard about these things. My friend is a bouncer at the Brass Rail.
Why
And he tells me about Americans and their hygiene.
Look, here's the thing.
There's American sperm all over that place. Yankee sperm up and down the walls, eh?
Is it really?
Yeah. You get one of those lights and you shine it and it's red, white, and blue sperm all over.
A UV light?
Yeah. You
mean-
calling me just because I don't know the fucking name to everything? I'm a fucking dumbass.
All right, calm down. Let's talk about this.
You calm down.
I'm not that excited. But look, I don't know you from Adam. I don't know why we're hanging out, but you seem
You don't want to hang out, I see.
No,
Just because Pat's gone, just because Pat had to run home to talk to be with his family,
Pat was
good wholesome stuff, and then he leaves me with you, and you're just like, hey, Gordo, he doesn't care, he has no morals, he'll go to the Peelers with me.
I didn't make that judgment on you. It's just we're in Toronto, and
And what? That's all that is titty bars and donuts.
Why you sound Irish all of a sudden?
Why you're on me? You're on my ass. Eh?
When you get there, you go.
Well, I got a little bit of Irish in me.
I see. I got your Irish up. Here's the thing: in the States, you have a strip club.
Here comes another lecture from an American in the States.